So AI is going to replace us all, is what they say. I don't think so. I'm the broken IT guy, and this is another update coming from me. So I know it's a controversial thing. I don't think it's going to replace us all. And let me tell you why. Everything that I have done so far for the business has been done on AI. Trust me. I don't know anything about video editing. I don't know anything about business. I don't know anything about 3D rendering. I don't know anything about pretty much anything about what I'm trying to do. But what I do know is computers. What I do know is how to program them. Well, a little bit. I know how to speak to them. So therefore, what I have been doing this whole time to help me able to do the things that I'm trying to get done and learn how to do them also. So therefore, I don't have to rely on the AI as much, is create modules for each one of the tasks that I need to do in order to get them done. Sorry, my chair is a little squeaky. I need to get a new chair. So if there's any sponsors out there for chairs, I need a chair. The AI modules that I'm building, to give you one example, is a 3D rendering one to help me with the 3D printing. It will take the customer's idea, it will create a prompt, a proper prompt, to send to the 3D rendering software, and then create that idea into the file that I will need to send to the printer. I'm not doing any of that work. All that work is being done in the background automatically. Am I the first one to do that? No. Probably not the last one either. But it works. Now, does that mean that there doesn't have to be a person to do it? Well, there has to be a person. There has to be somebody to tell the AI what to do. There has to be somebody to tell the computer what it needs to be doing with that AI. There has to be somebody to program it. There has to be somebody to do all those things in order for it to work. So it doesn't mean that we're going to get replaced. AI is a very amazing tool. It's amazing to me how some of the schools, which is something that I had to deal with my son, are so afraid of AI to the point where they were threatening to kick out students, even if they thought that, they use AI in their schoolwork. Even that to the point where they didn't even need to have proof and still be able to kick out a student out of their school for using AI. And I thought that was just perfect. That was the time when I decided to take my son out of that school, by the way. I do believe that they should not be using the AI just to get answers. But yes, it's a tool for learning. It's a tool that you can use to enhance the learning ability or enhance the material that you are providing to the student. But instead, they're so afraid of it that they just threaten every student with being kicked out. I think that the mentality that most people have, well, maybe not most, some people have towards AI is that of AI is going to take over and we're going to lose our jobs, or AI is going to take over and it's going to be the end of the world. That comes from movies, I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen. There should be restraints on what we let AI do. But AI is a tool. And it's only going to do what we let it do. I use AI to help me edit this video when I'm done with it, to help me make sure that the color balancing is done correctly, to make sure that the sounds are right. Maybe try to get out that chair noise that you keep hearing. Try to edit that out, because like I mentioned before, I don't know how to do that yet. Now, the way I build the AI, it is teaching me how to do that while it's doing it. That's the key, I think, to using AI, at least in my environment, at least in the way that I want to use it. Because I'm using it as a tool, I'm using it to learn to do things. Now, I don't know what I need to learn until I run into something. For example, I need to get rid of that sound. Now, I don't know that I'll be able to get rid of it. I don't know that the AI will be able to get rid of it, but I'm going to try. But the key is learning and trying and using the tools available to you. I don't think AI is something to be afraid of. It's a tool to be used. Now, enough about that rant. How about some updates? Still, no loan. So I'm still trying to figure out financing. Banks really don't like me for some reason. I'll figure something out. I'm not giving up. I do have some other options. I just don't know how they're gonna work out. It's been a hard week. I'm sure you guys maybe noticed that I didn't post as much this week as I did last week. We had some family things that we needed to take care of. Everything is okay now. I've been doing a lot of gaming with my son. So if you guys want to see that, we actually started a new channel called Controller Therapy, Broken IT Controller Therapy. So if you guys want to check that out, it's pretty cool. I'm posting pretty much all the new gaming stuff in there. Figure it was time to split them up, see how that works. Again, I'm new at this, so I'm learning. Everything else as far as the business goes is progressing. I'm slowly building up all the tools that I need. The APIs that I'm using to build the website for the final storefront is almost done. I'm done testing the 3D rendering tools that I was going to use. I've decided to use something called 3PO as my 3D rendering tool. It's pretty cool. And it's actually not that expensive to use. Verify with all their legal things and all that back end business stuff to make sure that it was okay for me to use the way I'm going to use it. That's very important when you're starting to do a business. I also verified that it was legal for me to use it in a customer facing site. Very important. The another major news is the Broken IT Guy website got a full makeover. Instead of being my blog site, it's going to become the actual storefront now. It is completely redone. The blog site's still there. The actual log is still there with all the logs and everything that needs to be done. And everything that I'm doing still going to show up in there like it has been. So if you guys want to, keep track of every time that I have a headache because something's not working, it's in there. Every time something works, it is in there. Every time that I want to, take my computer and throw it out the window, it's all in there. I don't hide things. Everything is pretty transparent in this channel. And in this business that I'm trying to build. There's also things in there about the business. So it's pretty cool site, I think. As always, I welcome suggestions and things in how to fix them, how to make it better. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Again, I'm the Broken IT Guy. If you guys have any suggestions or don't like something that I'm doing, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a great night and enjoy the rest of the week.